What is going on, YouTube? Today is January 16th, day 16 of uploading every single day in 2026. So today I want to talk about how to start self-improvement. So to start self-improvement, it really depends, because literally in the name, it's about yourself. It's about what you want to do in your life. And so a lot of people, when they start self-improvement, they go onto YouTube, they search up how to lock in, how to get girls, how to talk to women, how to get jacked. Just like typical like gym, girls, business. That's about it. Self-improvement is a lot more than just those three things, and I'm here to discuss that today. So there are definitely physical things and mental things and social things that will help you in those things. Improving those things will definitely help your life. It'll benefit you. And sometimes it may not seem like that, but it definitely will in the long run. And so I'm going to start with physical, just because that's the most obvious, I feel like, way to improve yourself. So physical, whether it is a sport, whether it is just something you do, like an activity every couple, like 2 times a week, like, I don't know, boxing, karate, jujitsu, whatever. Or if it's literally just going on a walk every single day, or not even every single day, every other day, just some cardio. It doesn't matter what kind of physical thing you do. Obviously it depends how much you weigh. If you're more like, I'm not really overweight or underweight, I'm kind of like just weight, I don't know. But it really depends where you are, and that obviously fluctuates on how your self-improvement journey will look. Because if you're overweight, then you're going to want to cut down and probably do a little bit more cardio. Now, if you want to be more overweight and you're like more powerlifting or like sumo wrestling or something like that, I don't know, then so be it. That's fine. You can do that. Like, it's your life. It's your journey. But if you want to lose weight and stuff, then do that. If you're skinnier and you want to gain weight, your self-improvement journey will look literally the exact opposite, at least in the physical aspect. So, for example, I am doing calisthenics and then a bit of running, and then I have a sport, Nordic ski. So to balance all of these, calisthenics, it only takes me like 10 minutes a day. It really doesn't take that long. And running, I do it every now and again. My goal is to run 400 times in 2026. But yeah, right now I'm mainly focusing on calisthenics, I would say. And then Nordic ski, I take that more as social. It is physical, but not as, like, I'm not trying to push. I push myself, but not like crazy or anything. So yeah. And whether, you want to do bodybuilding, powerlifting, calisthenics, running, it's literally up to you. So I'm not going to say you have to do a certain one. You have to be a bodybuilder. You have to be jacked so then women like respect your body. Like, no. Okay. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. You can be whatever you want to be. Now, on the flip side, some people will say like, well, if I don't want to do any of that, then like, do I really need to worry about my physical health? Yes, you do, because that helps you in the long run in just general life, in self-improvement. Self-improvement should just be general life, honestly. It shouldn't really be self-improvement. Everyone, in a way, is improving their life, just in different aspects. And if you're not like as worried about your physical health, like, you don't need to obsess over it, but you should care about it a little bit at least, and want to do something, want to progress in something, even if that is just simply going on a walk. Just going on like a 30-minute walk every single day or every other day or something is a lot better than not. So yeah, or like jump roping, or just something very simple. It doesn't have to be a 2-hour, 3-hour long workout in the gym every single day, 6-7 days a week. And yeah. Next is the mental aspect of self-improvement. The mentality is a lot, it's it's very similar to physical, but it is also a bit different. So the mental, there's like the mindset, and then there's also just like the being present in the moment and stuff like that. So the mindset is kind of what will get you through the hard times. So let's say you have a really hard workout, or like let's say you're working towards trying to become a marathon completer. You know, you want to do a marathon. It's, we'll say, 2 months out, whatever. And you want to do this marathon, but it's really hard. You don't run that much. You know, you just started running, but you're really determined to do this. And that determination is that mindset in the mental aspect of self-improvement. So, and to build that, you just need to do hard things. You need to wake up early and train for that marathon, or literally whatever it is. And I'll get into other things that mindset, or that can build that mindset, that disciplined mindset. And this is like that David Goggins, like, you know, you gotta grind at 3 a.m. What are you doing with your life? You don't need women. That's that basically. That discipline, that drive, that work ethic, that very masculine urge to just lock in 16 hours a day, 12 to 16 hours a day, every single day, and just show people how amazing you are. You know, that it's that kind of urge. And that can be fine, but it can definitely lead to burnout. So you want to be careful, because there's nothing wrong with having that drive and really pushing, but you need a period. There should be periods in your life where you're not pushing as hard to keep that balance. And I'll talk about balance a little bit later. The other side of the mental aspect of self-improvement is, what did I say? Like the being present. So this is meditating, or just trying to like focus on something, focus on a task at hand, and being like present doing that. And meditating is just like the most like basic form, because you're focusing on your breath. And you don't have to meditate. You can do other things to be more present, like journal. But meditating works really well, and if you want to be more present, you might as well just meditate. Otherwise, it's just kind of like really niche and really weird to try and be more present. I don't know. It's just, if you want to be more present, just meditate, you know, or journal, or both, you know, gratitude journal, or just journal your thoughts down. Those are very good ways to become more present, to become more open-minded, to become more grateful for the things you already have in your life. Because on your self-improvement journey, you will eventually reach a point where you thought you would never get to. You will eventually, like, if you make goals today, eventually you will reach those goals. Now, obviously, if they're completely stupid goals, then you probably won't. But, you know, completely ambitious or whatever. But if you set goals today, a couple years down the road, you'll achieve them, and you'll be at like a new baseline, and you'll have to, you know, set new goals, and you should be grateful for where you came from, rather than tell yourself, I should have tried harder. So yeah, the next aspect is the social aspect. So a lot of people, including myself, I very heavily neglected this aspect of my life for years. And only until the past couple months have I actually started bettering my social skills. And I still have a long ways to go, that's for sure. But I'm definitely getting a lot better now than I was just a couple months ago. So there's a couple different things. Obviously, there's like family, friends, and then like relationships, like, you know, the girlfriend, the woman. Oh my gosh, I need to get 10 million women to sleep with me every single night. No, you don't, bro. So the family, I definitely need to improve on this one, but like, you know, getting closer to your family and stuff. And I mean, I feel like that's pretty simple. Just like talk to them more, help out more, do more stuff for them. Pretty simple. Friends. Now, I would also categorize this as just like simple conversation skills. And what I'm trying to do is just compliment like one or two people every single day. Now, since it's the weekend and I have a 4-day weekend, I'm probably not going to be seeing that many people. So I don't know how many people I'll actually be complimenting, which is fine. But when I'm at school or when I get a job, that's my goal, is to just compliment people every single day. And sometimes it's really scary because, like, you think the worst will happen. You think they're going to be like, who the heck are you? You know, like, stop talking to me, please. Like, I don't like you or whatever. But you just have to just do it, and there will be those embarrassing moments. But as of right now, it's only been a net positive, I would say. It's been good for me and good for them. Like, I can see them smile and be like, oh, wow, thanks. I appreciate that. Like, I say, nice sweatshirt or nice hat or, it's just something simple like that. Now, obviously, your social skills will, like, my social skills will develop where these compliments don't really improve my social skills as much anymore. And so that's where you start going into small talk. And small talk, I have had a couple small talk conversations. Not like I haven't really been setting goals for them specifically, mainly just the compliments, but I will be setting more goals soon for just trying to talk to some random stranger, like one random stranger every single day, and just a small conversation. That's it. Like in the lunch line, or I don't like just seeing someone walking the same direction to a class, like just looking over to the side. Hey, how's your day going? Hey, are you excited for the second semester? And they might just say, oh, my day's going good, and then whatever, and then I'd have to follow up. I have to, and another part is like bringing that energy. You don't want like, hey, how's your day going? Hey, nice sweatshirt. You want to like, I'm trying to be more like, and it's a lot easier with the people I already know and already hang out with. So like my Nordic ski people, my team, like it's so much easier to bring that energy to the table than it is to a random stranger who might like I might get embarrassed by, or whatever. So it takes a little bit of time and it takes a lot of effort, and it's hard, but I'm getting better day by day, and eventually, hopefully by the end of 2026, I'll be a lot better than I am now at socializing with people. And then the last one is relationships. I have absolutely no idea how to get a girlfriend, so if you want to watch a video about that, do not watch any of my videos because you're not going to learn how. So the next what is it, area in self-improvement is purpose. This is a very obviously big area of self-improvement, and purpose can be so many different things. It can literally be some of the things I already talked about. It can be something physical. Your purpose can be like a physical, like training to be an Ironman, or training to be like natural Mr. Olympia, or just Mr. Olympia, or whatever, being a calisthenics athlete, or being something just physical, or it can be like becoming a monk. But let's be honest, some of the probably not going to be any of those things, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if you do want to do one of those things, or something that's in those like physical or mental or even social fields, perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But for most people, their purpose is going to lie somewhere else. It's going to probably be somewhere creative or somewhere not creative. Like, I don't know. So not creative is more going to be starting the business. And I mean, I guess it's kind of creative, a business, but it's, I don't know. I'm very against just starting some random business because it's like, I don't know. It just seems very copy and paste. Like, oh, I just want to be like everyone else. I just want to start my drop shipping business. Like, bro, how many people have started their stupid drop shipping business? Like, it's just annoying. Like, do something else. Like, do something you're actually passionate about. And people will say, oh, ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to make a YouTube channel. Ever since I was a little kid, I was so passionate about money. Bro, no, you weren't. I mean, maybe the YouTube thing, but like, just every single freaking person living and their mom says, when I was a little kid, I wanted to be a YouTuber. Like, I really wanted to do content. Like, I really wanted to make my dropshipping business when I was 7 years old. No, you didn't. Like, I mean, obviously there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's your life, but it just, it's so copy and paste, man. It's so like redundant. It's like the Buzz Lightyear meme gif where it's like it pans out and it's literally Buzz Lightyear in the entire aisle. It's just that it's so annoying. So anyways, push that side tangent aside. Purpose can be playing the piano. It can be trying to become a piano player. It can be trying to become a professional Fortnite player. It can be trying to become a gymnastics athlete. It can be trying to become an author. It can be it can be so many different things, okay? A Twitch streamer, a YouTuber, an artist. It's so squeaky, it's annoying. It can be becoming a math teacher. It can be so many different things. And this is where you really have to figure out what you are truly passionate about, and what, like, if something was taken away from your life, would your life decrease in quality, or would it stay the same, or would it get better? So if you took away like a certain video game that you play, would your life decrease in quality, stay the same, or get better? And if you want that thing to be your purpose, then you would want it to decrease. Because, for example, like if you love playing the piano and you want to become a professional piano player, if you take that away, then your life quality would decrease. So if you want that thing to be your purpose, like the piano or something, and if you take that away, then you want it to decrease, because then it's like, so whenever you do that activity, if your quality of life increases, that would be ideal. And you have to really kind of work towards a goal in that field, in that passion. And it really depends. Like, this is the part that you have to figure out for yourself. You have to trial and error. If you do not know what your passion is, instead of sitting around scrolling on social media, smoking weed, freaking playing just random video games all day, playing Roblox, instead of doing that all day, gooning, like, don't do that. Just trial and error. Try one hobby every single week, and if it feels kind of good, try it for another week. If it doesn't, then stop. Like, there should be no guilt in stopping a hobby. But you don't need to like spend $1,000 per hobby. Just like try and do something that it might cost a little bit, even if that's just buying a new game. Try a new game. You don't have to buy a piano, but like, just try different things. Try drawing. Try learning about something. Now, obviously, there's gonna be a limited number of hobbies you can try that are relatively popular / not niche, because you're not going to be wanting to, I'm assuming you're probably not going to want to do like Egyptian tickle tag as a fucking job, so you have to figure out what you want to do. And there's fun and then there's fulfillment. So if you're just chasing fun, not a single hobby in the world is going to be fun 110% of the time. So don't chase the fun. You want to chase a fulfillment. What hobby is making you fulfilled inside? What hobby, like if you do it for like an hour or 2 hours a day, when you go to bed, are you grateful that you did it? Are you like, man, I'm so glad I did it. I can't wait to do it tomorrow. Or are you like, man, what am I doing with my life? Like, I need to lock in. I need to do something, with my life. Depending on how you feel after you do that hobby, or even during that hobby, then you have to reassess. Should I keep doing it, or should I stop doing it? If it leaves you fulfilled, keep doing it. Keep pursuing it. Set a larger goal. So like if you want to play the piano, set a certain piece of music that you want to learn one day, like a couple months down the road, and you want to really like master that piece. Or if you want to be an author, like start outlining a book that you want to make, and and start like writing that book. So then a couple months down the road, you can finish that book and you can feel very fulfilled doing that. Or I'm seeing a lot of the stuff that I do I'm trying to not, but like if you want to draw, like start, like get a really big canvas, or not a canvas, but like a really big piece of paper, and just every single day just draw like a little bit of something. Like try and just look up some cool ass wallpaper and just a little bit every single day. Just make a little bit of progress every single day. You need that kind of flow state progress. If it's too hard, then you're just gonna want to quit. You're gonna feel like you're never gonna be good enough. If it's too easy, you're gonna get very bored. So you want it to be just challenging enough there where you can like progress every single day. So, and this is where that mindset comes in for the mentality, that determination, that perseverance. If you suffer for something every single month, every single day, every single month for like a couple months or even years, that thing that you do eventually is going to pay off and it's going to leave you fulfilled. And there will be fun moments, but not every moment will be fun. So that's why you shouldn't chase just happiness and fun, because it's not going to be there forever. You got to focus more on the fulfillment, the purpose behind what you're doing. There's going to be sad moments. There's going to be times where you get rejected by a girl and you're not going to want to do your purpose. You're not going to want to do that. But if you just put on some music, get into a different kind of mindset and just do it anyways. Just draw anyways. Just write that book anyways. Just play a little bit of the piano anyways. Just play that game you want to get good at, But here's the thing. If you say, oh, I want to be the best in the world at this game or something, and you play it every now and again, but it just leaves you drained, or you're constantly questioning people, like, should I even be doing this? Should I, I don't know, I feel like it's not really good, then it's probably not the thing you should kind of center your life around. And you should still try and have fun. Don't try and just, okay, so if you want to be an author, don't just sit there and say, I need to write 10 hours a day, otherwise I'm not going to be good. I need to play the piano 10 hours a day. I need to draw 10 hours a day, otherwise I'm not going to be good. I need to write till my hand bleeds. I'm going to play the drum till my hand bleeds. Freaking Whiplash, the movie. Like, you do not need to go so intense. Just do it a little bit every single day. Because if it's, like I said, if it's too hard, too steep of a curve to learn or whatever, do not do it. Because then you're going to get burnt out, you're going to hate it, and then you're never going to want to do it again. You're never going to want to associate with that hobby again, and you're never going to give it a second chance, a second try. So, this purpose is very, you have to figure it out yourself. You have to, figure out what it is. I cannot do that for you. You have to do it. The viewer, whoever is watching the video at this point, 23 minutes into the video, you have to do it. So, yeah, it can be literally anything. And the purpose is a very big thing, but you also still want to focus on your physical health and your mental health. You don't want to let your purpose take over your life. Otherwise, if you let your purpose take over, then your social life will decrease. And this is what I did for a long ass time. I just focused on my books nonstop every single day. I did not focus on my physical, my mental, or my social life at all. They deteriorated, and now when I'm a senior in high school, now I'm focusing on my social life, which I wish I focused earlier, because now I'm scared, because if I don't boost my social skills right now, then I feel like I'm going to be stuck when I graduate, and that I'm never going to be able to make friends. And so yeah, just don't try and completely let your purpose take over your life. And if it's a business, a lot of businessmen will just wake up and work all day, and that can work for a little bit, but eventually you're going to hit a wall. You're not going to be close to your family. You're not going to be close to friends, and it's just going to suck, And you're going to be like, where did it all go wrong? I have more money in my bank account. I have more, what most people would call success, You want to somewhat have a somewhat balance. Now, obviously, there's going to be periods of time where you're more intensely focused on whatever it is. And there's going to be periods of time where you're not. So, a book example, I write books, but I'm not writing it constantly every single day for 365 days a year. like I'll finish a book, and then after I finish, I'll take a couple months break, you know? And that break is where I can like start just like kind of balance and just do other things, focus on other areas of my life. And that's good. That's healthy, and that's what you should strive for. Now, the last kind of section of this video is just kind of miscellaneous things and just general advice that I feel like most people should pursue on self-improvement. So do not do like these kind of bad habits like smoking weed, drinking alcohol, casual sex, gooning. I feel like these things, and just excessive social media time, junk food, like those, most of those things. Now obviously social media, it's not end all be all. Like if you scroll on it for an hour, it's not the end of the world, but like obviously try and limit that. Try and not be completely degenerate. Now this is where it's kind of like a little bit hard, because it's more what you yourself believe in rather than what somebody else believes in. If you believe in that, like for me right now, I kind of just eat whatever. Like I literally have Sour Patch Kids right here, and it's like the Sour Patch Kids aren't really gonna affect me that much. So if you kind of believe in that mentality with like smoking weed or gooning, then it's not really gonna affect you that much. It will in the long run especially, but it's not gonna be like end all or be all. Or if you go party and do that kind of stuff, you're in that lifestyle. It just depends what you yourself believe in. Now, I personally believe in not doing those things. Junk food is, in social media, those are definitely some things that I have trouble limiting and balancing and stuff, but it is what it is. So yeah, I think that is mostly all of the advice I have on how to start self-improvement. It's very, like, it should be very, personalized. It's, not, especially, at least the purpose part. The physical, even the physical is personalized, should be, because we all start at different levels. You might be overweight, you might be underweight, you might be just kind of where I am, I suppose. I don't know. I'm not really. If anything, I'd probably be underweight a little bit. But like, what is? Because if we have under and over, then what is just normal weight? Does that even exist anymore? Not really. And it's always like trying to achieve more. Like social media will like push the best of the best. It'll make you look like a freaking loser. It'll make you look like a failure. You might learn an LSAT, and then you go on social media and you see people doing freaking iron crosses, Maltese, planche, like these impossible things. And you just have to learn that not everything you see on social media is normal. And you have to learn that you should not compare yourself to others. You should, how do I explain it? You should compare yourself to the people below you and look up to the people above you. Be inspired by the people up here, but be grateful that you're not down here anymore. That is, in my opinion, how you should live life. And it is just, you gotta find what you want to do in life. Once you find what you want to do, there's the thing. You don't have to stick to one thing. Like, you don't have to stick to just writing books or just playing piano. Like, you can still explore other hobbies as you get older. Like, you shouldn't feel guilty for trying to branch out and become like a person of multiple passions, And I think that's really cool. You should be able to do other things than just writing books, than just being a runner, or just being a freaking Geometry Dash player, Like, there are so many different things you can do in life. There's so many things you can be. The potential every single human has is unlimited. The only person who will limit yourself is you. And you have to find a way to get rid of that limiting mindset. You have to find a way to push forward, to push through that those hard times, you have to find a way to be determined enough to become who you want to be one day. You don't have to be the best in the world. You don't have to be the one of the greats. You just have to be you just have to achieve what you want to. And that life will then not be wasted. Cuz there's so many people who are 70 years old and they wish they had done more. Now, a lot of people wish they did what they didn't do. And they always would, most people just, it's in human nature to wish you could have, or wish you did do more, when in reality we all have a limited amount of time, a limited amount of stuff we can do. So that's why you got to kind of maximize the amount of time you have on this planet. That's why you should decrease the social media time. Now I'm talking to myself as well here. Decrease the social media time and focus more on the things you are passionate about, and spend time with the people you care about, and just try and become friends with everybody. Don't hold grudges. Don't have enemies. Just be a great human. Because at the end of the day, a great human isn't who has the most money in their bank account. A great human isn't who is president of the United States. A great human isn't who can do the most freaking push-ups in a set. A great human isn't who has the most friends. A great human is, I don't even know what a great human is, bro. I was kind of cooking right there, and then I stopped cooking. God damn it. I was trying to think of something really quick, but I cannot. My mind cannot process this fast. A great human is someone who achieves what they set out to do. A great human is someone who speaks, or who does what they speak. They have truth in their words. They do what they preach. A great human does not lie. A great human does not have enemies. A great human is not just a one-dimensional person. A great human can be you. It can be me. And in a way, we already all are great, because we can never be perfect. We are always improving. And we just have to find a way to get to where we want to go, because once we get there, that new baseline, then we're going to have new goals. And then we're going to have new goals, and the cycle repeats until death, basically. And you just have to figure out what you want to do and just be grateful for where you came from, because at the end of the day, that's, you have yourself. You're going to be alone in your coffin. And yeah, you got to live for yourself, but also live a little bit for others, Do what you want to do. Don't let the voices of others embarrass you. Don't let the voices of others diminish your passion. Don't let the voices of others reduce the level of excitement you get for certain activities, okay? Do what you are passionate about. Do what you want to do. Become the version of yourself you always said you wanted to become, okay? Pursue your destiny, man. You have one life. Why are you not living it to the fullest potential you can? Go chase your dreams. Go be the person you want to become. Anyways, that is it for day 16 of 2026. I hope this video was good. I hope people watched it all the way through. It was definitely a bit longer, but I think this was a pretty good video. Honestly, I was trying to process my thoughts more and not have these I think so, all these filler words. So I think I did pretty good, but yeah. And okay. Okay, so now I'm just having all these filler words. Maybe I didn't do so good. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. And don't forget to follow your dreams. See you tomorrow.